both big. I'll take the slightly smaller one. So yeah, they're not slimy, but yes, they are slippery. Oh look, it's got that. You can see that kind of pearlescent. You get that. Right, need a bit of rinse first. There is actually a fair bit of slime on them. And when they're really fresh, they stick to the. Well, they stick to pretty much anything. Okay. So, if I put it that way up. So, I just want to get the beak out first. So, trim that, and then once that's exposed, just squeeze out the bone.
The cuttle.
That's called a cuttle. I guess cuttlefish. And then once that's open there, you can see exactly what we're trying to remove, which is around here and here. If I open that up, then I want to go between this membrane here and here. So I'm actually normally doing it standing around the other side. So where are we? Okay, just there. It's another one of these Narnia things.
We can change positions.
If you can come around the other side, then I can. Okay, there, and then on this side, just down here. And then, so I'm not entirely sure how Chris and Chino keep it attached. I mean, these are the sucker bits down here, but this is what I would like removed if I can get it removed. So that's the bit I want out. I'm happy if it's kept on there. No, that's fallen out completely. So they must do something clever to nick that off first. I'm not sure what that is that they do.
So what have you got in your hands there at the moment? Tentacles and
Tentacles.
The gut content, the liver.
Yeah.
You've just removed.
That's what I want removed.
Yes, you've taken. So you've got the head there. Yep.
So, can you open the bin for me? I'll put that in the bin. this handy less. I'll reserve that for a minute. So then, is that the liver in here?
Yes.
Kind of texture of liver.
Yep.
To my mind. A two-lobe feature that seems to be common in livers.
Because these things, relatives are snails, and
Well, they're
so
mollusks, aren't
is,
they?
yes, so the anatomy is going to be very different from a vertebrate. Well, you can't assume there's going to be any parallel.
But once you've got rid of that, then there's not really a lot that you can't work with.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really kind of wobbly bits I take off. Now, a lot of people would go like that,
Yeah.
cut it off, and they'd lose all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is wasteful if you're going to go to the trouble of doing this far. Another bolt. So, we need all that. These bits here, which are a bit cartilaginous, aren't as palatable, really. So what I tend to do is to cut through the skin just here. I put my thumb in there, give it a twist and pull that all off. Comes off as one nice piece, and then you've got two really lovely bits of meat there. I'm trying to do this without splashing anyone. One eye out. Just make that still so fresh. In fact, this is it feels much more slippery than when I'm normally preparing it, and I'm guessing that's because it's so fresh and maybe the rigour hasn't set in. I mean, I don't know if it goes through a similar process of, you know, firming up, but this is very silky to the touch. So here, I'll remove that. All of this skin, you know, like when you're skinning any other fish, I'll take as much of this off as possible. So that's pretty tough. I fear it's sliding off the board. So that can go away. And then where the eye sockets are, that again is one of those crunchy bits. So that's good. That's also good. Just pull off that little floppy bit. And from all of this, I'll remove that. There's a little lump on the end here and here. Personally, I'm really happy with that. I think it actually makes quite a nice bite in terms of it's got a bit of that cartilage feel, but it's quite nice and crunchy in the mouth. Now, this is always tough to get off if you don't have a cloth to hand or something to grip it. So really.
Can we get a cloth to hand?
I don't know, I've got a clean one. If in doubt, revert to skinning it like a fish. That's all good. And then here, this is where its mouth is. I'm guessing it scrapes or eats or whatever with that. Each tentacle, if I just separate it a bit, and none of the skin on there, but once you get to here it tends to be a bit thinner, but it's still good and palatable. There's much more slime when they're this fresh. This is really marked difference to how it is when it normally gets to us, or by the time we normally prep it. Clear that again. And onto the main body. So more of these Narnian doors. I don't want to tear that while we go around the side. That's all good meat. So now with this, when it's this fresh, I think this is when Mutsko normally gets salt out on it and scrubs all of this off. Well, we can have a look to see if I've got salt, but all of this slimy stuff, which is really only there when it's super fresh, or it's only this slimy when it's this fresh. When it's a day old, it comes off much more easily just as a clean sheet. So it's just really perfectly abrasive and gives you enough purchase to get all that off. You see, it just bundles up into a little. So come back to the portioning. We get 4 portions out of this. Two slightly bigger than the other. So slippery. And that's more fragile the fresher it is. we have more of this cuttlefish stuff. Now I'm sure that must go, when it goes down to these big fish distributors, they must, or big processors or whatever, they must end up putting that in something. I'm sure that go to squid balls or something, mashed up and reformed. It's all just protein, so I'm actually going to give this a bit of a wash because it feels pretty slippery still. Apparently, in certain parts of the world they use washing machines for cleaning octopus, and I would imagine this is exactly the same kind of principle. You see it with the salt, it seems to kind of come together a bit, or at least come off the tentacles. The last bits. So that really nice piece. I think all these bits from inside the body are the tenderest and sweetest pieces. They're definitely worth the effort. These especially are really, really good. These portions are just looking too big now. Maybe you should try and feed 5 or 6 people from one.
One cuttlefish.
One prepared cuttlefish.